You were the one bugging me to go on a date. I give you a chance to be nice, and you ghost me. The fuck? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with some men these days. But y'all are P words. And by P words I mean like, are you kidding me? Just, if that's the case, just leave me alone then. You just like talking to yourself in my DMs so bad. Now I'm gonna go in with some True Match Nude Hydraulic Tinted Serum. And this doesn't say color. Oh, 2-3 light pale. And I just take the applicator. I'm running out, TBH. I need to go buy one before I leave for vacation. But yeah, that's what's happening in the dating scene. It's just not it these days. And if I'm meant to be single for the rest of my life, that's fine. I don't care at this point. I mean, I'm taking myself this weight and like, I don't need your ass. I do it to be nice and y'all still play with me. That's crazy. And as you can tell, I'm not a professional at this. I just do whatever works and call it a day. Sorry about that. Let's see. Right now, I am obsessed with the song Rage by President. Rage by President. Obsession has been my favorite movie as of late. I think it's iconic. I watched it 3 times in the theater.